Okay, so I'm finally doing this video basically on the whole thing where people kept saying that Kevin Samuels was pandering to dark-skinned black women by saying that dark-skinned black women like Kelly Rowland were more pretty than Beyonce. The truth is that that is not quite the case. See, I think that people don't pay attention. With Beyonce, I think there's a lot of hype, more so than actual claiming that both these women are the people that are basically the best that black women can produce. When, I look at them and they're pretty, but they're not the most beautiful women of black women for one. Between the two, it does appear that Kelly Rowland is actually prettier by a little bit. If you add all the numbers up, you'll see Kelly Rowland's average is actually slightly above Beyonce's. Beyonce's is more like a lower, mid 7. Kelly Rowland's is very close to an 8. So, I decided though, I know people always like to say light versus dark, but I don't think this is a situation of light versus dark because you can show many different people that are dark and that are light. And many of them are much prettier than some. Specifically, that's why I'm saying black women as a whole can be even more beautiful. And I think the idea that black people can't really undermines the beauty of black beauty to me. And so that's why I'm showing, well, right now I'm showing Beyonce. You can see some of her averages. But a major thing you'll be able to see soon is if you look at her and you look at the light skinned and dark skinned examples, you can see that it has nothing to do with skin tone. Beauty has nothing to do with skin tone and more to do with your features, just your facial features. So I just wanted to leave that here, basically. I don't think Kevin Samuels was trying to pander to dark skinned women. I think he was just giving his honest opinion. And considering that Kevin Samuels is dark skinned, is it wrong for him to prefer what he is? Like, why would that be wrong? It's not really pandering if it's you yourself, too. I wanted to post a photo of Janae Aiko because I think she has very beautiful features, and it's like she had a career in a similar avenue as Kelly Rowland and Beyonce. So to me, it's like odd. Like, we're talking about light skin or dark skin. You can see that Beyonce isn't the most beautiful light-skinned woman, and I don't think Kelly Rowland is the most beautiful dark-skinned woman either. They're both very good-looking, but you can't, undermine all the other women's beauty like that. I think more so what is going on is more so who has more fame, basically. See, Beyonce has more fame than Janae Aiko, even though Janae Aiko is much more beautiful. Same with Zendaya Coleman. Beyonce has much more fame, much more success than Zendaya Coleman, you know. But that doesn't change the facts of their faces, okay? It doesn't change the fact of Doja Cat's face, for example. If we're actually just talking about looks, I just don't think that either would fit the most that anyone could be. I think they're beautiful in their own right, but don't undermine black women and say that that's the most beautiful a black woman can be. I think black women can be so beautiful. I think they can be as beautiful as any other race. And trying to act like basically a black woman can only be like a 7 or an 8 is really insulting. because you're basically saying that black women are a lot less attractive than other races of women. And that's not true. As you can tell, there's plenty of black women who are eights and nines as well. I think that a lot of the time when people are eights, nines, and tens, people love to associate something negative with their phenotype or something negative against black people in their phenotype. So that might be the assumption that they must be mixed because of their attractiveness, or because they might think that they are, they might try to claim their phenotype is fake. Sometimes in some individuals, I talked about this in my other video. Some celebrities that are very pretty, sometimes people would even, attack them more because of that. So I don't know. I just think I think the idea of a beautiful black woman sometimes is downgraded, really. And people don't like to recognize that black women can be just as beautiful as anyone else. And instead, they just say, like, to dark skinned black women, the best you can ever be is a Kelly Rowland. But the truth is, to me, when I look at these people, and according to this, many people that people make fun of with their phenotype, their attractiveness, have the same attractiveness as these people. So I think, like I said, it's not about that at all. I think it's just more so about how people like to think, basically give low standards to black people on attractiveness. People love to give black people low standards in intellect too. You know, people love to give black people low standards in success. Too. And I think that's just a general habit to treat black people basically like they can't be as good as everybody else in other arenas. So that's basically all I had to say. I know I've watched a few channels, this is specifically to the light skin channels, who kept saying that Kevin Samuels was trying to basically say that Kelly Rowland was less attractive just as a gimmick, basically, against light skinned women or to gain favor from someone. But I'm just like, okay, can you bring proof as to how this is incorrect? Because as far as I've seen and I've shown in here, it doesn't appear that's the case at all. It seems, I tried to find different angles, different photos. I wanted to see how Beyonce looked with black hair, because I have a hunch Beyonce would look better with black hair. And so I don't know on that level, black hair to black hair, how would they look. I'm getting an idea that Kelly Rowland would not look good with blonde hair. But you get what I'm saying, yeah. I just think, if you're going to accuse someone of that, actually have evidence and proof as to how that is, you know, true, that he is actually pandering. And, I'm not one to defend Kevin Samuels. I've talked poorly about Kevin Samuels, and I've talked pretty neutrally about Kevin Samuels, and I guess positively. Sometimes I'm like, I don't have anything negative to say about the guy kind of thing. Or like, he didn't do anything wrong when I was watching him kind of thing. But I'm not going to sit here all my life watching a boring man just spew stuff at his desk. It's just like not my thing. But, in this case, I don't think he did anything wrong. I don't think he does anything wrong by saying that Kelly Rowland is prettier than um, Beyonce. If you look at him, honestly, I don't know, like what would his female counterpart look like? I don't know. I'm asking that question. I don't know if anyone knows who he would look like. But I think maybe he would have a closer phenotype to Kelly Rowland. So I mean, you would kind of think that. I mean, since he is a dark-skinned black man, I'm not saying he would be attractive. I'm just saying what kind of what kind of phenotype. I'm not attracted to black men. But my thing is, I'm just like, what I'm really wondering here is, like, how can someone accuse someone of pandering without actually having true evidence of it? Uh, so that's all I'm going to say in this video. I'm probably going to shorten it because the screen here is taking a little bit longer. It's taking longer to end, so I'll have to cut some pictures out. But you get the gist of it. I've shown dark-skinned people who are prettier, light-skinned people who are prettier than Beyonce, dark-skinned people prettier than Kelly Rowland, light-skinned people that are prettier than Kelly Rowland. You get the gist. So you understand I'm not trying to down anyone. I'm just trying to show you this is the spectrum of beauty for these people. So thanks for watching and bye.